Kyrie is going to be perceived as a villain in this series.
Aren't we all? In someone's eyes.
Pardon me?
We're all villains in someone's eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just
Welcome to another episode of the Banner Report podcast, starring Cody Adams and Steve Crowley.
Wing and go.
The discourse with Celtics is, I don't know, it's a strange phenomenon.
They hate us because they ain't us.
Well, I mean, I think Russillo said it. I think he probably had like the best take on it. Is that it's people have been so high on this duo for so long, and they've been so good for so long, but they just feel like they've disappointed. They haven't gone over the hurdle yet, and to a lot of the general public, that feels like a disappointment, like you're not doing it, and that's fair. So it's a bit of like like disappointment. It's a bit of fatigue. And it's also like we know how good we know how special we watch these guys night in night out, but like the national public might not. We know that these guys are like there's probably no better duo in the league than Jalen and Jason, in my opinion. People are saying Kyrie and Luka. I don't think so. Jalen Brown's a better player than Kyrie, and Luka is not that much better of a player than Tatum, in my opinion.
Dude, someone's really hating. Even heard a few freaking programs be saying that they have the first and second best player in the series. I've actually heard that a few times, and I was like, what?
That's insane.
Yeah, that's just dumb.
That's just like, all right, man, you're just hating. And then you're just like you're just like, I don't know, drinking the Skip Bayless Kool-Aid with that, where he's just like, oh, and when you get down to the line and you want one person with the ball, that's why Kyrie Irving's the best in the series. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of just like how people talk about Kyrie. It's like, what? I mean, he's amazing, but let's talk about the rest of the game too.
It really feels like people just like the story of Kyrie in the national discourse. It started. It like it went with the Cavs where he just like it's that big shot in the finals to win the finals. Blank space, 7 years of like just blank space, and now he's really good on the Mavs. People just forget the basketball that happened in between there and how bad at times it was and how self-inflicted it was. I'm not saying that the guy hasn't pulled himself together, and that's not a good thing. It's a great thing. And he's the best ball handler I've ever seen. Basketball is better with him in it, in my opinion. So when he was depriving us of that, it was very disappointing. And when he was just not showing up, whether he was bitten by injuries, it's been a career marred by disappointment. And and I get why we're focusing on the positive now. We're here now, and I'm happy for that. But Jalen Brown is a better basketball player than Kyrie Irving at this juncture in their careers, in my opinion.
That's super crazy to even say, because that's just people that clearly they just only watching the playoffs.
Yeah,
because if you can't even talk about defense, and then if Jalen would mop the floor with them, so
you can.
then like
Bill broke down the offensive numbers. Jalen's offensive numbers.
yeah, I was about to say like when you put them side to side, like I think they're pretty close offense wise. Like you can sort of argue maybe some way, but then like once you just start talking defense, it's like, oh yeah, there you go. That's already like way big of a discrepancy to not even really a combo. But he is like you said, he's the most coordinated person I've ever witnessed in my life. That
For
dude, when he
real.
dribbles, I think he can like I don't even know how to say it because I should be doing that, but like he like seems like every finger he at all times is like moving with intention. The way he can like spin balls like over his head. And I'm like, what the fuck? How do you even have that coordination?
Is he the best undersized offensive player ever?
It's Allen Iverson.
Also
You think
depends
Allen
on
Iverson's better
Kyrie.
than Kyrie?
I know, and I mean it depends on what you consider Curry.
Yeah, Curry too.
Yeah.
True.
6'4", so I don't think you really call him undersized.
Yeah,
Dirk.
just yeah. I mean, he's not huge though.
People talk
Um,
about their size. I still think it's Allen Iverson. I mean, he got an MVP. He got a scoring title. He's the only team to beat the '01 Lakers.
I
And
was
that,
also thinking the original Isaiah Thomas too.
yeah, he
Yeah.
was cool too.
He's
He
up
was
there though.
so
He's in the discussion.
dude,
Oh,
the
yeah.
original IT was so badass that he was like just a tiny dude and he was allowed to be on the Bad Boy Pistons. You know what I mean? Like he was with like some of the biggest dudes on the planet, but it kind of felt like he was the still he was like the ringleader of like the biggest dudes on the planet
He was
still.
also the one who would scrap. Like,
Yeah, he was like the alpha, but he was like the smallest guy.
yeah.
Yeah, run up on motherfucker. He didn't care. Blew out his ankle. Still scored like 40 that game or something like that.
Dude, I as someone who's like had injuries and stuff, like anytime anyone's like limping, I'm like, damn, dude, because I'm like, I'm not moving for the whole summer. Fuck, I've sprained my ankle.
Done. Done.
I play one 15-minute session of basketball a week, and I'm like absolutely destroyed for the rest of the week. I'm like in bed recovering.
You have an IV.
Um, yeah, I mean the discourse has gone crazy. I think it really the if you look at you can look at it two ways. The Celtics are the favorites here, the heaviest favorites in like a long time, and they should be because they've lost 22 games total this season.
20.
20, which is fucking they won 70 games, over 70 games. It's insane, and they've been the best team all year. Um, if you compare the teams, they have five out of the top seven players in the series
Easily.
easily. Yeah,
Maybe 6. Out of
yeah,
the top.
Yeah. Because
exactly.
as good as their role players are, it's hard to be like, yeah, PJ Washington's better than Drew Holiday or Chris Stapps. Like they've like those types of dudes have been playing over their head, but like it's hard to be like as a player, like Daniel Gafford's better than Chris Stapps Porzingis. Like maybe he's had a crazy plus minus in the playoffs, but it just feels weird.
Oh, I guarantee his plus minus is better than Chris
Yeah,
Kristaps. Kristaps didn't play this
yeah.
playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. But more like other people. But you know what I'm saying? Like they've been playing like crazy. It's almost like probably Derek White a couple playoffs ago where people are like, we can't say he's that good yet, even though he plays
Yeah,
it. But now people are like, Derek White's sick. I feel like
yeah.
Lively could be someone that's great. Lively, the fact that Lively's a rookie, damn, dude. God damn. Like that's kind of crazy. Lively's gonna be so good.
Do they have three out of the? Yeah, do they have like three or four out of the top 10? Do you think? If you just take the 10 best players out of the series out of both teams, they have close to half? No, I don't think so.
No, I think the next 6 after Luca. I think it goes Luca, then it goes Tatum, Brown, Kyrie, and then the next 4 is all Celtics. So that ends up with what? 8 out of the top 10?
Yeah,
And then you start getting into Gafford and Lively. Because I don't think
and
they're
then
better at this point.
and then you start going into like deeper analytics of the record, like just the stats over the history, and I don't think I think maybe I can forget what he said. Damn it, if I can recall. Teams that have won this much, like they never lose the finals when that year when they reach the finals. Like it's like a one or two teams ever have done it, and there's only been like one or two underdogs at the Mavericks are at the same level as right now, according to Vegas, that have ever won the championship, and that was the 2004 Pistons and the 2019 Raptors.
Oh,
So
not the 2011 Mavericks. I thought you were about to say that, dude.
they were one. I think they were one of them, but their odds weren't that crazy. I
That
don't
would be
Yeah.
think
cool.
as the other two.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I feel like like that like the Mavericks have dominated this time, but like for some reason that even that like Mavericks playoff run felt like crazy because they were like he was like Dirk was like knocking off the goats. I think by then they were like, holy crap,
Yeah.
we gotta respect Dirk.
So, but the only reason you'd ever pick the Mavericks is just like you think Luca is going to have his Michael Jordan moment, and he might. I'm not going to rule it out. He's the best player in the series, I think,
Yeah, I
right
mean
now.
the thing is if you look at Vegas, it shouldn't be as crazy as it is. Like Vegas is clear on the Celtics side, which is kind of where you should always be. You should always be kind of think like they're obviously being smarter about all this stuff than the media pundits. I think they're just trying to make it more interesting than it might end up being. They're trying to make some storylines, and it's pretty easy to like if you're talking about people that you can really reach for and be like, what if they reach another level? I feel like Luca and Kyrie are perfect for that. There's like literally two of the only people in the league that you could be like, yeah, they could beat any team
Mm,
in the finals. So it's at least something they can grab, like the media grabs.
yeah.
Storylines already baked in too. Like you don't need to be making extra ones. You got Kyrie going back to Boston. You got that. You got Porzingis going back to the Mavericks. You got the Grant Williams Bowl. It's like
Whoever wins, Grant loses.
or Grant.
And the Wizards too.
I mean, he got paid, so good for him. I don't think he considers himself a loser out of this.
Oh, only thing that could have been better for him is he had a trade kicker on his fucking contract. Then he would have been really happy.
Yeah, one thing I was seeing in media today is like Chandler Parsons saying that like, did you see all the Chandler Parsons stuff about Chris Stapps?
He said that
What?
like people in Dallas actually hate him and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah, he was trying to make it seem like the Chris Stapps rivalry is actually gonna be like the biggest. Like, just forget about the Kyrie thing. The players actually love Kyrie on both sides, so it doesn't really matter. But I guess like Dallas actually doesn't like Kyrie. I mean, Chris Stapps, which is actually a difference because they Celtics love Kyrie, we don't. But
Yeah, the
yeah,
play, the Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum, they
yeah,
love Kyrie, and I get it. I get it. He was like the elder statesman, the superstar when they were just fresh in the league, so I understand. Um,
Got that Duke connection too.
yeah, I that's weird. I don't know why. I don't know, man. The more that comes out, the more I'm starting to think like Luca is maybe like just not as innocent or nice as he comes off. He kind of seems like an a-hole. The more
yeah.
the stories come out, like Grant, obviously there was friction with Grant, and there's friction now. Apparently they hate Kristaps, which is nuts because I've never heard Kristaps Porzingis say like a cross word ever. So like, and he's seemingly gelled right with this team. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe Luca's like maybe he is like Michael Jordan, where he's abrasive.
I was to
But
say, he signed to
and
Jordan for a reason.
and Tatum is likable, affable, liked by pretty much everybody. Low under key, like like low key, understated at times. Lets his game do the talking. But Luca is like he'll let you know that he's giving you the business as he did with Rudy and the Timberwolves. You know,
Oh man, we better fucking win because I don't want to get yelled. I don't want us to get yelled at like that.
I can't do another one. I can't do another loss. This might be it for me.
Dude, can you imagine it? Can you imagine if Luca like crosses up Horford and like hits a three and screams at him like that, dude? I might actually like run on the court and be like, he's like 38.
Just dive at Luca's
Father.
knees.
Yeah, and his dad's up there too. He looks awesome. Look at his Tito. He's 6'7" somehow.
His kid is in the building. How could you do that in front of him?
Yeah, no, Tito's whenever they show Tito, I'm like, is he way bigger than Horford?
He is.
Yeah, I always see that. It's crazy.
How tall is he?
He's like a legit 7-footer.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
shit!
like he's a few inches taller. Whenever I see him walking in the tunnel, I'm like, holy crap.
Happy birthday, Al Horford. Today's his birthday, by the way.
Yep, 38 years young.
Jesus Christ.
Damn. Oh wait, so did he turn 39 today or
I turned
Nope.
38.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that's probably why I was just saying that. I probably like saw that and subconsciously had the age updated in my head.
Let's go, Al.
Whew. I just feel like it feels like there's been a month of time in between when the Pacers series ended and Thursday night. It just feels like it's been forever without basketball, and I'm a little bit awash in the ocean here, not knowing what to do with myself if there's not an NBA game on. Um, I'm also just completely antsy and nervous. I want to get this over with in a good way, in a bad way. It's going to be an awesome ride, but like, you know, this road only ends one of two ways. So
We've seen the other side.
yeah, I'm ready to taste the other side.
Yeah, does the like what is the difference between the football playoffs and basketball? Because technically they have a similar gap. Like, is it just because it's the first time we've had this long before the finals? But like technically they have a whole weekend and then you have to wait to the next weekend for
Yeah.
football, for the Super Bowl. Like, what's the difference? Why do we feel so bad? Because I agree, it feels way longer.
Because you're used to seeing games every other night for the last like
Yeah,
weeks.
that's really it. Yeah, they like prepare you
Especially
for
because like you guys are real hoop heads and you guys are watching Western Conference games on the nights that the Eastern Conference isn't playing, and there's been a constant flow of NBA games. Then all of a sudden it's like you have nothing.
For real.
It's not
I'm
like
reading
at the
books
end of
again.
it's not like at the end of the semifinals. Where it's like, oh, okay, we still have three more series going on. There's no series going on at all. So
Yeah.
Cody's fucking reading at the beach. It's awful.
We're gonna hit the doldrums of sport. Like the Red Sox are just mid, like the middest team possible. They're legitimately 500. So it's like I have nothing. I have no sports to watch that matter. I'm not gonna
Red
watch
Sox
game
won for me this
55.
weekend.
Yeah,
so
you're at the game.
I went to two. They won both of them. They had 7 runs in both. It was pretty fu fun, honestly. It was great. It's great. It's great to go to games where there's more than one home run from the Red Sox.
It's good when they win.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing worse than like a slow loss in baseballs. At least if it's nice out though, you can just chill, and that's really all that matters. Like it was the weekend was perfect for it.
Mhm.
We should go to a game.
drink my face off.
Might be
Yeah,
nice.
I'll lock you into it on the pod.
All right,
Look,
tomorrow.
if you
Let's
hit a
go.
three next time we have a men's league game, I'll go drink my face off with you at a game.
Speaking
Fuck.
of which, Steve was Chef Steve Crowley on the court won us our first game in men's league.
You legitimately can say you're like I honestly we were like I mean we were down by 2 and everyone was so gassed, dude. If you didn't hit that 3 and put us up at 1, probably just flame out.
Yeah, who
I
was
don't
like the
even.
best player on the court? And I think it was probably you.
Probably not.
Let's
But
go.
the kill the other team was better than me.
Oh well, he wasn't putting the ball in the hoop.
Well, in his defense, there was nobody else on his fucking team.
True.
He was the only one that knew how to do anything with his own defense, and he was also the only one that could dribble, so it was kind of screwed.
Yeah, you could tell he was skilled, but he got nothing.
He was also
But you
playing.
weren't getting a lot either.
He was playing the pickup game, fucking on the other side before he even started that game too. So shout out to that kid. He could drop in with us anytime.
Hell yeah. Gonna need him now that Jacob's not gonna make it tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I was just
Shout out to your girlfriend. Happy birthday.
Hmm.
his cumpleaños.
It goes Al Horford then her back
I
to
was
back
fucking just
days.
ragging on you too about fucking getting shots up next fucking week, and now all of a sudden you're not going to be there.
Yeah, I know it was tough because I'd built on another thing and she was like, you're gonna bet on my birthday for men's league?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, you're right. That
Yeah,
sounds really
yeah,
bad."
that's priorities. You gotta
Yeah,
do
I was like, that sounds really bad. Can't,
something.
can't do that. You
um,
say it out loud. Yeah.
Jacob, have
you
you
guys going
shot
up?
yet in our men's league?
Huh?
Have you taken a shot yet in our men's league, Jacob?
I did in the first game, but yeah. No, not really. I've been so gassed, dude. I just been playing help defense
Oh man.
and getting assists. I got like a few assists last game.
Just I resign myself to just don't be an absolute cone out there. Like stick your hands up and get in somebody's face, and you can say you at least tried. That's my motto. Um, all right, get prediction time. Give me a prediction.
I think we lose tomorrow night.
No,
You'll be
I don't know what I'm
tired.
talking about.
8 o'clock start. Your boy gassed already. Just thinking about it. Um, shit. I got the Celtics in 5. I said it last pod.
5. Whoa.
I mean, like the Mavericks have this whole postseason haven't had to face anybody with two offensive players on their team. Like, what you get? Paul George and James Harden in the first round, and James Harden's a coin flip on whether he's going to show up. You had Chet and Jalen Williams didn't show up in that OKC because they were just gassed. Like Chet was barely getting the ball over the rim on his shots. Then you had Karl Anthony Towns who just was like in his own head that whole series. 8 of 33 from three in that series. Like he was just getting offensive fouls for no reason. So all he had to do was deal with Ant, and Ant was gassed in half those games too.
He was dead by the end of game 1. You could tell.
Yeah, so I mean, like you're looking at you have 5 guys who can score the ball when Porzingis comes back at a high clip. You can't hide Kyrie or Luke on anybody on that team. They're gonna have to work every single night on every single possession. Like you're just gonna gas them out. I think by the end of the fourth quarter, then you're gonna see a lot of shots coming up short for the Mavericks.
I like you flipping the script on media by saying they have not faced a team like us because that's just the stuff that everyone says with us right now. But
Yeah,
It's true. It's true on
yeah, no,
both
I
accounts.
agree. No, I definitely agree. Like But it's just funny because that's just what they've been saying without like actually just talking about the teams compared to each other. I agree though. I mean, we had the best offense in the league this year, and yeah, they didn't like you're saying they didn't play anyone like that yet.
It just sort of feels like the Mavericks got bailed out by the Timberwolves in a good way. Like the Timberwolves, just matchup wise, took out the Nuggets. The Nuggets would have taken them out. I think that's
Well,
my opinion.
like like Bill Simmons said, it was rock paper scissors. I mean, the Nuggets were paper, the Timberwolves were scissors, and they matched up great, and they beat the Nuggets, and then the Mavericks were rock, and rock beats scissors, and then all of a sudden you're in the finals. It's all
I,
matchup.
I just feel like like any discourse really surrounding this is just starting to become like they're just trying to pull storylines, pull make this finals be more compelling than what it is on paper. Because on paper, Vegas knows, and that's why the odds are this stacked and again for the Celtics. Like when you compare the two, it's a really bad matchup for the Mavericks. Like they're in trouble. The Celtics have been unreal all year, and you know, just if everything just goes to the baseline average for both teams, the Celtics should like sweep the series. It's like, I mean, we swept them this regular season. I know it didn't. The teams weren't what they were, but like, still, we have Kristaps back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
I
do
mean,
you?
That's
20,
it.
37 and 2 blocks coming back in the finals.
23 points that were missing the whole playoffs.
Yeah, they were
Celtics
trying
lost 2 games.
playing Al Horford 30 something minutes a game, and now you can just cut that back to about 25 and give Porzingis the other 23, and then all of a sudden everybody's looking spry.
Yeah,
Having
honestly, I think that showed. I feel like the Celtics fans, like we're pretty bad. I feel like we were pretty good about the Kristaps stuff. We weren't really crying much about not, we were kind of letting everyone else be like, oh, everyone's so injured. I feel like we weren't really complaining about Kristaps being out much. We were kind of just like, oh yeah, we're still the best. But everyone's been saying like that the teams aren't healthy. It's like we've been missing Kristaps this whole time. It's
Mhm.
never ever really levied for our advantage in conversations though. But I feel like people aren't out crying as much about that, which is we're like I feel like just like the Jays, we're focused on the championship. Like
Yeah,
I've been like, fine, we're winning without Kristaps. Let's go. What's your prediction, Cody?
I want to say
You
sweep
nailed it last
so
time.
bad. I think I'm gonna respect Luca. I think he has just one of those games where it doesn't matter. Him and Kyrie go nuts. I'm gonna go season five. I'm any.
You were so amazed when I said season 5, and now you're gonna back me on it.
Yeah.
Season 5, really?
Well,
And I
what you said Pacers in five. I said Pacers in four. We're not that far off.
no, you didn't. You said Celtics in 4, and
I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. Getting the Pacers series. I'm sorry.
we
Yikes.
would have been way off if we said that.
Indiana Report podcast. Yeah,
Can't report many banners there. I don't even think they got one.
that's why I didn't say it.
Yeah,
There's some division titles.
I want to say sweep. I'm gonna be conservative and say in five. Celtics in five, which sucks because that means we win it over in Dallas, right?
No, fifth game's at home.
Oh man, yeah, Celtics win at home.
First two in Boston, two in Dallas, and then home away home. Jacob, what you got?
I guess I'll just say six just to be safe.
Celtics.
I
Celtics in
don't think it
six.
goes seven. I don't think the teams are that evenly matched to go seven.
No.
Isn't that weird being too disrespectful of the Mavericks? Because everybody else, all the talking heads got it going 6 or 7, one
Yeah,
way or
it's
the other.
because they want to make it
Well, well, like
compelling.
not even guys that work for ESPN or anything like that. Like podcast hosts don't have any reason to make it compelling.
Yeah, they do. But Ryan, you tell me Ryan Russillo doesn't have a reason to make it compelling? Bill Simmons.
No,
The
they don't.
more it goes on, the
People
more
are
you
gonna
can
listen
talk about.
regardless.
Huh?
People are gonna listen regardless. It probably would make more sense for them to say, "Oh, Celtics in 5," just so more people would listen. And
They
they're
have
wrong.
like they just have they have a vested interest in the league going longer.
Yeah, I mean, they got baseball and shit to talk about, but I mean, that just
Bill
gets
Simmons will not. He doesn't watch the Red Sox.
yeah. Priscilla doesn't really do baseball either.
Yeah, no, it's I mean, listen, we are being a little crass and dismissive maybe of the Mavs, but I everything you said is I absolutely agree. If you don't think the Celtics played anybody, that's fine. They may not have. I don't think the Mavericks have played anybody really worth their. I mean, besides the Timberwolves maybe, and even then they were DOA. But like, and then you could always retort like the Celtics didn't have KP and they still only lost 2 games. It's like you can just go back and forth. If you just compare the two teams, I think the Celtics are a much, much more complete team with championship experience, which is going to factor in. The other
Yeah,
team does not, besides Kyrie.
I know
yeah,
it's good that we have Kyrie. We have Drew to block the Kyrie. Like anytime anyone uses the Kyrie, you want to chip, and it's like blocked. We got Drew. Your argument's
KP
been denied.
KP's the only one that hasn't gone to a championship out of the starting five.
Yeah.
you know what's wild is Derek Lively's played more playoff games than Porzingis.
Yeah, that's a crazy stat. But I mean, it isn't it isn't it? You know, KP's fucking Achilles almost gave out.
And he was just not on other than Dallas and then us, he just wasn't even on teams really doing that either.
Yeah, he was. I know Knicks fever is like hot in the streets nowadays, but like the Knicks were a joke of a team for
Yeah, he was on
much
that
of
team.
my life.
He was the number one pick, right, for that team.
He was
I,
4, I think.
yeah, he was top five.
Top five pick on that team. Like a top five pick, you're not going to a playoff team.
Right.
No,
Who
dude.
the fuck is Tingus Pingus?
Dude, did the I was going to say like that's kind of our that's one of our that's a nice chip on the shoulder type reel I always see where it's like Chris Stapps, look at how they hated you when you're drafted. Like New York hate like was so against that. It's actually crazy to watch back.
I
They're like,
mean,
fuck this
every
shit.
draft has that shit though. Like there were people booing the Jalen Brown pick.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This guy, not booing, but I was just like, oh no, Chris Dunn is still available. What are we doing? Boy, was I wrong.
I was just mystified by it. I wasn't like against it, but I was just like, okay. And then he ended up looking pretty good pretty fast. So it didn't really like in summer league. If I remember correctly, I remember watching. I was like, oh yeah, I like what I'm seeing from Jalen.
I also wasn't nearly as invested in hoops as I wasn't now. Now I actually invest dare I say, most of my fucking free time to it. Back then I was like in college, so I was like, I don't really care
Even
about
then,
this
like,
that
you're not
much.
watching fucking UCal Berkeley fucking games for
I
fucking.
still don't watch college games. I mean, I only watch during March, and that even then it's like,
I didn't even watch any college basketball at all this year. I mean, to
bad
be
year
fair,
for it.
in our position as Celtics fans, it's not really useful for us to watch college basketball. We're not going to see any fucking play that we're going to draft.
Yeah,
Actually, you know
not for the near future at least.
it's kind of funny though. We kind of actually because we might end up getting like Zach Edey because we're too good. So maybe you should have watched because he was all that people talked about. One of the we might get like one of like the weird sometimes good players from great teams in college will end up at the end of the round like that.
When
Yeah,
is the NBA draft?
um,
It's
it's after,
coming up,
July.
right?
it's after July.
I think
The
it's in July now.
July 3rd is the when free agency opens up.
Hmm,
Because every year when we were at your grandmother's house, Cody, we would fucking get all the free agency updates when we were fucking younger.
true. I
And we
still have my
yeah,
my Woj bombs alert.
yeah,
So
we were there when Katie went to the Warriors.
It ruined my summer.
I didn't think he was coming to fucking Boston. I was like, ah, maybe, but probably not.
they brought Kelly Olynyk and Al Horford into the room.
They
I
brought
said,
Tom
actually,
Brady, which was the only one they really needed.
Dude, we were getting
obviously
teased a
not.
lot. I remember like the Anthony Davis stuff too, and then we kind of just got made fun of a bunch. He was like, his family fucking hates the Celtics. There's no way he'd freaking go there. And it was like, well, I mean, why do we even get brought into this? Now we're just getting disrespected. He was like, yeah, his family, like talking about his dad had a bunch of quotes against the Celtics, and I was like, what? I didn't even think we
That's
were
so
getting him in
weird.
the first place.
It was all the injury shit from Isaiah, I think.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that was a cold move, but boy, was it smart.
Jacob, what's your prediction?
They said
6.
they said Celtics.
6.
Yeah, I'm just betting on a little Pence being shit and Luca and Kyrie not really being capable of that. Like they might gas out, but they're definitely not gonna be like scared. So yeah, I'm just being nice. I don't know. I think it could be 5, but
You also are just forgetting that Luca is like, I know he looked good this last and he played well, but he was hurt at the beginning of last series, and I feel like he's reaching the end of his gas tank. That's always been his knock, right? Where's his gas tank?
Well, I
yeah,
We're
mean,
he's
gonna
like
find out.
He like got more efficient as the playoffs went, which is sort of scary, but I think it's more like he's just getting better. He's like almost getting better at playing injured. I don't think he's not hurt anymore. You know what I mean? He's just kind of like almost like how old man Braun is like more efficient now with less mobility. I think Luka just must have changed the way he's playing because yeah, it's not like he's still limping, but he's doing a little better.
You're also gonna make him work every possession too. You're not hiding him on anybody. Like they hit him on Rudy Gobert. Like
Hmm.
and in the OKC series, they hit him on like what Jalen Williams or Lou Dort. They probably hit him on Lou Dort in that series because Lou Dort's already covering him anyway, so it's not like he has to
Mhm.
go anywhere. Like there's no way to hide. You're gonna hide him on Derek White. Derek White's gonna run him through every screen. He's gonna get drawn up into the action with Jason Tatum when they're like running that screen. You're gonna put him
All
on Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday's gonna set a back screen for Jalen, and then you're gonna be stuck with Jalen.
everybody can shoot. Everybody can get their own shot. They haven't played a team quite like this one,
Yeah.
at
Their
least not in
their
the
rim
playoffs.
protectors aren't gonna be able to sit in like Gafford and Lively are not gonna be able to hang out in the paint. They're gonna have to go out there with Porzingis, and then you got Kyrie and Luka guarding the perimeter with no shot blocker in the paint. Like that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, we have a cabinet of Swiss Army knives,
To the
multiple.
C's sweep, I think they might sweep, dude. I think the C's might sweep these fucking Mavs out of the playoffs.
Boy, I sit in my fucking truck working all day long just thinking about all the ways how they're just gonna beat the brakes off of the fucking Mavericks.
I mean,
I
seriously,
so much
Luca has to
rain.
become Michael Jordan for fucking 4 games in a row. We're straight.
Um,
Dude, it'd be a crazy narrative. It's gonna be like, yeah, like what you're saying. If the Luca wins, like that's the one thing to consider. Like, holy shit, he'd be like that. It'd be like, what the fuck? How did
this,
Luca win the finals this year?
this might be AI versus the 2001 Lakers. Like he
Yeah,
might go get one, and then that might be it.
you're right.
But
It'd
Yeah,
have to be Hercules type shit.
you can't stray from your game plan against them though, because like I think the game plan is basically gonna be like single cover him. Just let Luca get his, but then just make sure nobody else gets theirs.
they're
Because
not going to
Luca's
be
gonna
able to
get
stop
35
us.
to 40. Like he's
It's
gonna
just,
get
can we stop
35.
them?
Like Luca's gonna get his. Like no matter if you put two at him, he's gonna get his. But you can't give up those corner threes to PJ Washington. Like you can't give up easy drives down the lane. Like you just gotta single cover him, let him get his, and nobody else gets theirs. Like you saw how much they struggled in that. What was it, the Oklahoma City series when Kyrie had like about 16 points a game? Like they that took them a while to take out them, and they only had one guy playing really. So
Yeah, I mean, I think the answer is you stop Kyrie, you win the series, you win the game.
well, I mean, if you
Nobody
stop
like,
Luka, you win, but nobody stops Luka. So
well,
it's
yeah, that's the thing. You're not going to be
stop
able to.
everybody else. You play it the
Hmm.
way we played the Cavs with Donovan Mitchell. Let Donovan Mitchell go get 40. Your team's gonna end up with 103 points, and we're gonna have 120. That's what it is.
And it's just like
You
their
have to
bench is
stay
just not
on
that
the
good, in
game
my
plan.
opinion.
You have to stay on the game plan though, like because like it's gonna get frustrating watching Luka just do whatever the hell he wants, but you just have to stick with it.
No, they
I see a lot of Missoula kid discourse going on too, which is not great.
I mean, like every fucking year, it's like, oh, Missoula sucks. Missoula's not good. It's like you went to
That's not
Eastern
what I'm
Conference.
talking about.
Which discourse are you talking about? Off court
Kid had a
discourse?
rough time in Boston after his um, issues off the court when he was a
Oh,
player. And let's just say Missoula hasn't doesn't have the most spotless record ever. So I see a lot of discourse going on there, which is stupid and
yeah,
dumb and ancillary and not what I care about, but just need to be mentioned.
fucking lawyer word right there.
What?
Ancillary.
Yeah, it's extra. It's just that you're doing too much to try and
You're
create
doing
a
too much
narrative.
using the fucking word ancillary.
Huh?
I said you're doing too much using the word ancillary.
I read books, Steve. I don't know I have a good vocab. Sue
Look
me.
at look at that
You
fucking
see this? You
degree
see
behind
this?
his
That's
head.
what gave me a
That
good
degree
vocab.
behind his head, Mr. Ancillary over here.
Now you have quite the good. Am a master of the lexicon.
Look at the fucking brain on the kid. That big old dome piece.
Got a
Holy
big
shit.
old fucking bald head. Might as well be filled with something.
it's busting out of the skull.
That shit looks like fucking straight brains.
Oh, I mean, I don't know what else to talk about for basketball wise. I mean, Jokic MVP. We talked about. Have all the awards come out? Yeah,
Yeah. Like, oh,
Mhm.
they all went how we imagined them.
Yeah, I feel like the only thing that people surprised that's the only thing that surprised people was some of the all NBA like like third team versus second team type stuff.
Yeah, Jalen getting kind of snubbed, but
Yeah.
no, he's
Yeah,
on
he
there
did
for
get
that.
snubbed.
Hey,
Interesting question. Who do you think's going to win the Finals MVP for the Celtics?
It's
Because
gonna
we
be
know who's if the Mavs are going to win, we know who's going to win it.
yeah,
yeah,
he's gonna win the Finals MVP.
You think
I
so?
think just his stats are just gonna be there. All of
yeah.
them.
His
Hey,
boards.
last series he averaged 30, 10, and 6. Brown got the Eastern Conference Finals MVP because he had that game, the 3 at the buzzer in game 1, and then he had the 40-point game in the series.
And the pass to Derek White.
Yeah, and he had the 40-point game in that series. But still, even in that game 1 where he had the 3, Tatum had 10 points in overtime.
Yeah.
So
I looked. He had 36 and 12 or something.
yeah,
Bill Simmons would have gave it to Drew over Tatum.
I mean, Bill Simmons like likes clicks. I don't know.
I mean, listen, I get it. I get his point, but I don't agree. Tatum is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
Drew was a phenomenal in defense that series, which he's going to need to be this series too. But
he's gonna have a lot of fun in the series because he's gonna be a roamer again. He's gonna be roaming off of like Lively or. What do you think the matchups are gonna be? You think they're gonna put Tatum on Lively to stop that, um, stop
Lob.
that alley oop on the backside, and then put Drew on what?
I almost wouldn't want him to do it because I just don't want him to get hurt
Who Tatum on the low?
on the lob, just to go up with the
I'm not too
threes
worried
there.
about it. He's not gonna be jumping up there too much. He's just gonna be there just to defer it because you're gonna have Porzingis in drop coverage anyways. So
Jalen's obviously going to be on who? Kyrie,
Luka.
Luca. Yeah,
that's a good
We
match.
have so many defenders. Like pick whoever.
all of them can defend.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. It's like, oh, those backup option too is amazing.
Then you put D White on Kyrie, I think.
God, if I'm a Mavericks podcast right now, I'm listening to this all, and I'm just saving the whole clip, being like, if they do somehow pull it out, just fucking, what we're just jerking off our green boners.
At this point, like, what else are you supposed to do? I feel like I was really conservative with my fandom like the whole year, but man, we're just at the freaking edge of the finals. Time to be overconfident.
Yeah, we're at the
Like,
precipice, man.
yeah, it's time to finally enjoy it. Just kidding. I'm not. I'm a stress ball. My appetite is worse this week. I just need the Celtics to start.
Me too. I get it. It's a really weird feeling where it's like it's been a fucking one of the best seasons I've ever seen the Celtics play. Just period. By any statistical measure, by record, by whatever you want to call it. It's just been great. It's been a pleasure to watch these guys play basketball, and it they got to the finals. All the storylines, all the monkeys on the back, they got them off. Now it's just time to play 4 games of the best games of your life, and then let's be done. Let's be done. Let's get the championship that we know you're gonna get. We know they're gonna get one. It's just, it had It's just, is it gonna be this one? Is it gonna be the next one? Who knows?
Just how
Tatum
much
and
we're
Brown are so talented. I just don't see that duo not winning a championship.
just how much we can get tormented before they get one. It's ended.
Fucking stomp on their. You know what? Fuck it. Celtics in the sweep. Celtics are gonna sweep. I don't care how good Luke is.
Clip it.
That'd be a pretty funny clip.
Yeah,
Huh?
clip that.
It's so direct.
It would be even funnier if, like, for whatever reason, the Celtics got swept.
Oh my God, that might be the end of me. I might not watch basketball next year.
Yeah,
The
no.
thing is, neither of us would clip it, and you wouldn't like. It just hurts so bad. I wouldn't even want to joke about that. I'd be like, I'd also be so busted up. I'm not gonna be like Cody, haha, you wrote. I'd be like also hands in my head in my hands.
Yeah, that would be horrendous. I wouldn't like that, but come on, that's the most unlikely scenario, I think, of the series. I would see it going 7 before I saw the Mavericks sweeping us, but who knows? It's basketball. That's why they call it playing, not winning, right?
It's gonna be fun to watch.
Yep.
Also, I think the defensive intensity goes up for the Celtics too. Like, I don't think that like you saw it in like spurts against the Pacers. Like, I don't think we played a whole game of defense in that whole series. but now you have a team that has like a set offense that you can load up for and everything. Like I think the intensity is really gonna skyrocket.
Yeah, I mean, empty the tank. Give it all you got.
Be much fun.
I can't wait for Thursday night. Anything else you guys want to talk about? I mean, there's really nothing else to talk about in basketball.
It's
It's
funny
been
this
overly discussed by everyone in the world.
Yeah, too much.
Celtics make the finals and we do a Celtics podcast and it's the shortest one we've done like all year.
Quick 30-minute pod, not a big
Well,
deal.
dude, we were just basically the last podcast. We were basically just talking about who we would want out of the West. Like we've been just kind of figuring we're going to be in the finals for a bit,
All
Yeah.
year.
rightfully so. So
Well,
Do we
I
do a
mean,
we grid?
yeah, let's do a grid. Let's do. You know what, Steve?
Quick grid?
it might be a
Exactly right.
Celtics Mavericks one. They've been doing only those.
Oh, yeah, it's Celtics Mavericks, so we know the first pick is Rajon Rondo,
Yeah,
Not Leon Poe.
not Jason Kidd.
Share my screen.
Dwight Powell.
Yeah, that's another one.
This is actually the Dwight Powell revenge series. People aren't talking about enough.
Mm.
Hoops grid. All right.
I need your screen.
My bad. I didn't hit share.
Oh boy.
Wow, I guess you can tell who I vote for.
Is Grant Hill trying to seduce us right now?
Looking good.
Who's a Detroit Pistons player that played with Grant Hill?
Lindsey Hunter, probably.
That is, I don't. That's not a real human being. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Lindsey Hunter, probably, definitely.
I just remember as a 2000s Pistons guy.
Detroit Piston All Star. Can we do Rip Hamilton?
This is also a thing. I don't know if they had to be on the team.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, when they did it.
Played in the 2000s for the Detroit Pistons. Can we do oh, who's the Timothy Mozgov? He's on the Pistons for a minute, right?
I don't think at that time though.
What about Stuckey, Rodney Stuckey?
Shout out to Rodney Stuckey.
Also, in the middle, could you try Josh Smith? Or no, I'm in top middle. Just because I don't know if I just don't know if like they had to be on the team. Was he an all-star?
He made an All Star at some point, yeah.
So maybe it had to be on the team. Or maybe he didn't. I'm like trying to think of him. Yeah, that tells you because he didn't make it on the Suns.
That's
Yeah.
a good one. NBA All Star Jameer Nelson. Or
For
even Jameer
the
Nelson bottom right, too. I don't think he ever made an All Star team. No.
It's not a bad guess.
You could do like Vince Carter for the middle bottom.
Yeah. 1998, the motherfucker started.
No. No, Rashard Lewis is who I was thinking of.
Yeah, I was gonna say. You could also go
Oh.
played in the 2000s. You could go like White Chocolate, Jason Williams, bottom right.
Nice.
Ooh, good pull.
Yeah, Rondo dove between his legs. He could steal that ball in the playoffs.
Jason Axiel.
Played in the 2000s. Dan Marley played in the 2000s for the Suns. He did.
Grant Hill teammate on the Suns. You should try Goran Dragic.
Dragic.
Ah,
Good pull.
Oh, I get. Oh no, never mind.
Oh yeah, we're in danger zone now.
Bro, I don't even know. I don't know any Grant Hill teammates.
When did
Top middle,
Dragic
you could
and
do something.
Grant Hill play on the Suns together? How long did Grant Hill play for?
Not long enough.
Into the 2010s as like a role guy, you know.
No, that was a shot in the fucking dark.
What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
Let's knock off Richard Hamilton if we can.
All-star for the Pistons.
Yeah.
Andre Drummond.
I was gonna say we gotta start. We could also think of people that didn't make it on the team. That like
Oh my God, what's his name?
Chauncey Billups. We can go-
No. The guy who played with Drummond.
Greg Monroe.
Yeah, maybe he had a weird season. No.
Did Al Jefferson ever go over there? No, he didn't.
I know Blake did, but he's probably high.
Probably way high.
Oh, what about Allen Iverson?
Yeah, that's probably.
But that's such a popular name, but maybe people forget about that.
Yeah, people did forget we played on the Pistons. I know I did.
It's a sad
Tayshaun
time.
Prince, like would Tayshaun Prince be a good pull? I feel like the 2014 gets like
He's known for being on the Pistons too.
right.
You got any weird ones that just ended up on the Pistons in their career?
I know. I was gonna say this doesn't have to be in the 2000s too.
Joel Anthony?
Like Bob Lanier.
Did Joel Anthony make an All-Star team? There's no way.
Hey, that might be played in the 2000s though, instead of Jason Maxiell.
That's incredible, Steve. That's a fucking awesome pull. Holy
I don't
shit.
know why I remember that he played on the Pistons. So weird.
That is weird.
That was a weird one.
You could try like Rodman for All-Star on the Pistons.
On the Pistons.
Bill Laimbeer, is that
Out
you're
of-
trying?
I know he's gonna be
Is it-
high, but
LAMB.
LAMB.
Is there an I between the A and M?
Yeah, his name is a disaster to spell. Yeah.
Oh, he made one.
Good for him.
They let enforcers just back in the All-Star game back then. He's never had the
Oh.
stats for that, I don't think.
What's his name? Who else was on that Bad Boys team? Rodman,
Like Dumars, but he's pretty known.
Dumars. No, fuck. What's his name? He's like an
Oh, Bill. No, not Bill.
no, he's black.
I know the guy.
Sally?
Who? Yeah,
John
John
Sally.
Sally. Yeah.
I definitely didn't make a. Who the fuck just randomly ended up on the Pistons? Like who just like was like who was a throw in for like that Blake Griffin trade?
Casey.
Yeah,
Lee.
Oh, we didn't make one. Any guards go through there or anything like
Spencer
that?
Dinwiddie.
They're pretty trash.
I don't know.
Pistons. Who the fuck played in the Pistons? Pistons have been so ass for so
They're
long.
so bad.
I know, this is really sad. That I'm really rack my brain for the
MCW.
franchise.
Who?
MCW, did you ever make one? I don't
An
think I
All Star? I don't know about that.
Tobias hasn't made one, right?
He
Mark-
had to have.
He's had a couple 20-point games.
Wow. No.
Timothy Mozgov?
There's no way he was an All Star.
I think he got voted in one year for, and I think that's why they changed the votes.
True. No, I think that might have been Zaza.
Oh, was it Zaza? Because I know there's that literally was just got voted in, and they're like, no, we just need to change this.
The whole country of Georgia voted for Zaza.
For other
Who was
reasons.
on them this year?
Nobody. Like fucking Cade.
Yeah, they're young. They're pretty young.
Yeah, Cade. I was gonna say there.
They were fucking trying to be the worst team in the league. Gerald Wallace ever play on the Pistons? He's a guy who bounced around a lot.
Did Elton Brand ever play them? No.
That was a guy I was thinking of earlier too. He runs them now, right?
Wait, but
No,
try the Bob Lanier guy.
for the All-Star?
Yeah, he was really old.
That's a fucking incredible pull.
Like Hito Turkoglu for Grant Hill teammate. I don't know. You try Hito Turkoglu for that spot too.
You could get funky with this and think of someone that wasn't on the Magic with him.
Who played on the Magic, but then ended up being Grant Hill's teammate at some point.
Yeah.
Who was the other? Oh,
Didn't Patty Mills
here.
for
No.
yeah.
You want me to go for it?
I mean, if that's a thing that if that's a choice, then it's probably really low. So yeah, I was gonna say that'd been.
I thought Grant Hill finished his career with the Spurs. So
What about
where did Grant finish his fucking
What
career?
about like Tracy McGrady? Would that be high? You think
That is very high. Yeah,
for a teammate of Grant Hill?
yeah. Especially for the Magic.
Pau Gasol?
Never played for the Magic.
No, yeah.
Where did Grant finish his career?
I don't know. He's another guy who seems like he played for like 7 teams.
He did. But he was always a role player at the end of his career, playing like a couple minutes a game.
I like distinctly remember him in a Rockets uniform. I don't know why.
Maybe Darvin Ham.
Dude, Darvin Ham for
He was on the Pistons, so I don't know.
play Lindsey Hunter spot. Because he was on the Pistons. Darvin Ham played in the 2000s. Maybe he's better than Joel Anthony. Garrett Temple.
There's no way. That's the best one. I'm not taking that one off the board.
Just replace it if it's fucking worse. Yeah.
There's someone I know because of 2K, and I don't know if it's gonna be it, but it's definitely a low percentage. It's just Bob Sura.
For this?
Yeah. Oh. I know he was on the Magic. I just don't think he was a teammate with Grant.
Shard Lewis. They probably never played together.
They did on the Magic probably.
Tim Hardaway Sr. Oh, Tim Legler.
Now you're just guessing.
Oh, did Stack play on the Magic? Jay Stackhouse? No.
Definitely played on the Pistons though.
Who else is?
Hmm.
Who was he playing?
Grant
Fucking.
Hill teammate.
Oh, who's fuck is his name? God damn. All he used to do was fucking dunk. Not Sean Kemp. Another guy that was built like Sean Kemp but bigger. He played in the 90s.
Karl Malone.
No, his last name was Anthony or something like that.
Joel?
No, not Joel Anthony. Although he's kind of built like Joel Anthony. Fuck.
That's a good one, yeah.
Mahmoud Abdul Rauf.
Spell it.
Ahmoud. No, Mah. No, Mah. Mahmoud Abdul Rauf.
He played for 10 years. Nope. I feel like Rick Mahorn would be a good one.
Fuck is his fucking name? It's gonna bother me. I can see him in that fucking teal Pistons uniform.
Fucking Ronnie Turioff.
No, he played with fucking Grant Hill.
Ronnie Turioff.
Go for it. I don't.
Corey Maggette.
No, he's a big.
Michael Petrus.
Oh,
Dude, Michael Petrus, even if they're on the same team, dude.
Petrus is gonna work for the Magic, I think.
I know, and I don't think that's a high percentage.
Yeah.
There you go.
Bang. 14. Pretty
The
good.
original French goat.
Shout out to former Celtics legend Mikhail Petrus.
Talk about he was the Karis LeVert experience. I never knew if he was like I thought he was like a beast, and then but like he would sometimes be like not knowing what he was doing ever.
Yeah,
As a kid, I just thought he was a wild card.
there's games where he went out there and you're like, what is he even doing out there? He's just kind of there, floating around.
What does he
Yeah, he's
even
kind of being a
do?
menace.
What does he even do? The story of the fucking American election 2024. I'm gonna find this fucking guy too. This is
It's
gonna
really
pass.
good analysis, Steve.
That's why I got that.
You're a regular fucking Voltaire with your political satire.
Dude, in the summer we're gonna have to do politics content.
Seriously.
That'll basically be me listening to you two talk because I'm not gonna have anything intelligent to add to the conversation.
And
The
I think
Celtics,
we're all politically aligned too, which is hilarious. So I don't think
It's not
yeah, I just be further jacking off.
be a circles jerk.
Well, the
it's not.
Celtics aren't gonna make any moves, so it'll be a boring off season.
Yeah, yeah. But listen, when you win a championship, the summer that you win the championship, it's like an extended vacation, anyways.
Oh yeah,
No,
no
nothing
hypotheticals.
matters.
Just sitting in the sun.
Um, you guys gonna go to the parade?
Oh yeah,
Thinking
Me
about it.
fucking do.
Depends what day
I'll
it
be
is.
in the city. I'll just walk outside.
Steve, use a fucking sick day.
I just started this job. I think I have fucking 6 days to use.
I don't know, maybe. What if you get sick?
I die on the job like a man.
He drank too much. He's sick. He drank because the Celtics won.
That's toxic masculinity, Steve. I don't appreciate that.
Well, I mean, get used to it. Your best friend's a fucking truck driver. The fuck is this dickhead's name?
I'm like, oh, now I'm like invested. I need to know.
I'm literally going through the 90s fucking Detroit Pistons rosters right now. I'm just looking.
90s Pistons dunkers. Rod Strickland.
Play for the Magic, too.
You sure it wasn't Darvin Ham?
I'm 100% sure it wasn't Darvin. When I say the name, you guys are going to be like, oh, you fucking idiot.
Tayshaun Prince. No,
No.
he could shoot.
It's a big guy, I told you.
Tayshaun Prince is huge.
Big and ripped.
Jason Maxiel.
In that kind of build. Maybe even a little bit bigger.
Sounds hot.
Big boys. Everybody loves big boys.
Um,
I'm just reading these fucking names right now. I'm just remembering names. I know like Theo Ratliff. Like
hell yeah.
Jeez.
not who I was talking about, but that's just a name that I never knew who it was, but I know the name.
Hell yeah, man.
Sebastian Telfair.
Oof. That's a name.
Who the fuck was it?
Trevor
Yeah, they have
Ariza.
pretty weird rosters, to be honest.
Jesus H. Fuck.
This guy's name's Loy Vaught. I've never seen him. First
Glenn Big
name's
Baby Davis.
L-O-Y.
Big Baby Davis. Yes, known for his dunking.
Well, he's built like Jason Maxiel, and he did play for the Magic. I mean, the Wizards. I'm sorry. Oh no, the Magic. I'm right.
Do you think it's on the earlier side of the 90s or the later?
The later side. I'm at 99, 2000 right now.
Oh,
Still,
I feel like Austin Rivers would have been a good. Oh well, never mind.
You can do your own later on.
Yeah.
Dana Barros played for the Pistons at one point.
Maybe you were thinking of Joe Smith back in the day. He was pretty fly. Oh,
Yeah,
Billy Owens was a dunker.
no, that wasn't what I was thinking. I'm not that deep in my bag like you over here with Lindsey Hunter. What the fuck you said?
He ended up being like one of the worst ones we picked. He was the
Yeah.
worst one that we picked. That's crazy. I thought that was a hell of a pull. I'm like, that's not a real human being.
But you said Lindsey Hunter. I was like, oh, is that the baseball player for the fucking Tigers?
I just
The Tory
he's just
joke,
in that
yeah.
Eric Snow bag in my head. You know, like the backup guards on good teams in the 2000s. I just know like a one on every team at least.
That's that 2K knowledge right there.
Oh, it is.
Fucking
I can like think of his like bronze card coming into the game and sucking. I was like, bring back
um
Phillips.
I'm gonna die before I know who the fuck this is.
yeah, we're gonna have to do a postscript addendum to the podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just text.
I'm just gonna have to text you guys this shit. Like,
I just had a name in my head. Fuck. Who's the guy who plays for the he's on his dad played in the league. He was on Cleveland for a bit. He's tall, power forward, who can dunk.
Larry Nance.
Larry Nance, yeah.
It wasn't him. That wasn't who I was thinking of. But
They had a Barry. It's not even what you're thinking, but the Barry bros were could dunk. Remember Brent?
yeah, the berries were nice with it. I tell you what. I mean, I can't really. Not who I was thinking of. That's the opposite of a large black man. Is a
Yeah. What about Pepe Sanchez?
Pepe Le Pew.
That's a sick fucking name. Pepe Sanchez.
Charlie Villanueva.
Oh boy, don't ask fucking him about
Kevin Garnett.
Garnett. You motherfucker. Scott Skiles is a good name.
Nene Hilario.
Yeah,
Hey,
Scott Skiles, I think, still has the record for assists in a game, and it probably it's just ridiculous. I think it's like 30.
it's 30. Yeah,
If
I
that
don't.
hasn't got broken yet, that's never gonna get broken.
I don't think it will. Even the way that fucking guys shoot now, it's like 30. Everything has to go right.
Yeah,
You're right for a 30.
probably not all three pointers. They were all dunks to Shaq, I think.
He was on that team. That was the
I
year.
don't even know if it was the Shaq. I don't even know. I think that might have been before Shaq somehow. But
No, I think that was definitely that year.
Marcus Camby.
No.
Damn, I was thinking that was absolutely the guy you were thinking of. Fucking.
When I say it,
Um,
you guys gotta be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Well, if you're not already thinking that now, I guess I need to turn a fucking light on in this fucking bitch.
Marcus
Right.
Camby. Who's the guy whose son's in the league? Who's like similar to Marcus Camby? Who plays for the Rockets?
oh, Jabari Smith,
No.
I was thinking of
his son is in the league.
Kenyon Martin.
Yeah, Kenyon Martin.
I have
Oh,
no.
yeah. A different son on the Rockets.
Yeah.
Cliff Robinson.
No, not Cliff Robinson.
He
Well,
was
they
on
kept
the
pulling
Pistons.
names that I'm like, I don't know who that is.
Oh, you know Uncle.
Tall black guy who can dunk. Blake Griffin.
Him and Grant Hill, best of friends when they were on the court together.
Jesus, you're never gonna get it at this point.
Oh, dude, I'm on the fucking 1997-98 Orlando Magic roster right now. I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Vernon Maxwell was on that team. What the fuck?
That's crazy. He's a
Yeah,
tall black guy that can
Spud
dunk.
Webb was on that team too. What the fuck was going on with the 97-98 Magic?
Short black guy that can dunk.
dude, I like those like 90s expansion teams were pretty nuts. If you look at the rosters that they started with,
Are you looking for a guy on Orlando or on Detroit?
I thought he was on Detroit, but I went so far down Detroit that he wasn't on there. So I think he's on Orlando, but
I think we're gonna like find Steve on the side of the road in a few days, still looking for that. Cause like I like, couldn't stop.
just couldn't stop. He was right there.
Tip of my tongue.
2000, 2001. Daryl Armstrong. D Brown.
Oh, large.
Monty Williams. Hey,
Bo Outlaw.
No. That's a sick name, though. I'm on like the same page as you are right now.
I
Chucky
love it.
Atkins. He's
I was
shorter
gonna
than
say I
that.
just love the name Chucky Atkins. It's sick.
Corey Maggette, like I said.
No, it's still not Corey McGetty. You can say it again if you want.
Earl Boykins. Paul Spud Webb.
Ben Wallace. That's
You
actually a
just
crazy
trying to think
one.
of Ben Wallace this whole time.
Ben
I didn't know
Wallace,
he played for the '99 Magic.
Ben Wallace being on the Magic was wild.
Yeah, that was like in his weird twilight years of not being.
Dominique Wilkins.
I would have came up with Dominique Wilkins.
I'm scrolling
Also,
through the
I
fucking names.
was talking about Dominique Wilkins. I would have told you he played on the Hawks at some point. I'm dumb. I'm not that dumb.
I don't know. I'm starting to think this guy doesn't exist.
Yeah, me too.
I think you just made him up.
I'm in 2005, and we're in the fucking Dwight Howard era, which is just not when he played. So,
This guy sounds pretty sick though.
Last name Anthony. Guy could dunk. You know he's tall. Sure, it's
Carmelo?
just you're referring to Carmelo. Ronnie Sakali. Sakali, however the fuck you say it. Horace Grant.
No.
No. I feel like their team didn't change much.
Yeah, I
Mm.
went through all of the 2000s Magic. I couldn't fucking find him.
Shaquille O'Neal.
That's it. That's what I was thinking of. Yep.
Trying to think of all the tall black guys that could dunk in the fucking '90s and for the Magic.
Maybe he didn't even play on the Magic. Who knows? I might have just been losing my mind.
Well, guys, I guess you'll never know. Call in with your answers.
You might have just been thinking about it. I mean, dude, like think about the jersey color of them. There's pretty similar ones. You could have been thinking of like the Sixers old like red Sixers
Soft.
jerseys.
I was thinking of the old Pistons fucking teals.
Give
No.
me, give me a, give us some like all the hints you could think of.
Bald, darker skin tone,
Okay.
like lots of muscles. Just all he did was drop step into dunks and like come in out of the dunker spot and just get dunks.
And he
Like,
played for
unit.
he
Played in the
played for
mid-
the Pistons or Magic between
I
the.
think he played for one of those two teams, but we just went through them and he did not. So
Dude, that sounds like Joe Smith to me. Joe Smith was filthy back in the day. He was like really good at dribbling, like Naz Reid. Joe Smith is literally like like Naz Reid. I think no Naz Reid is from the school of Joe Smith's. That's a hot take. I should tweet that.
That's a good tweet.
Naz Reid's the LeBron James of Joe Smith's.
Keith Bogans. I mean, he's not that tall, but he's not that dark either.
Dude, I saw that guy live, retired with the Celtics.
Hmm.
I saw him in that weird Cancun thing. Didn't I tell you guys about that? Where I was like in front of like Meta and like
Just a
Eddie
bunch of
Curry.
random dudes playing 3-on-3.
That
That
is
was sick.
awesome.
Eddie Curry was the MVP because literally no one was as big as him. He was fucking a behemoth, dude.
Am I thinking of Anthony Mason? I don't think I'm thinking of
I
Anthony
don't
Mason.
know.
Anthony Mason is a dunker.
Yeah. Google best dunkers of the 90s.
Dwight Howard.
Best dunker of the 90s.
No, because you're gonna get Shaq.
Hmm. This whole fucking half of this shit's gonna have to just get cut out of the
This is
fucking.
getting cut. Yeah, I was just about to say that.
We should just slap a fucking end credit on this bitch.
Jason Richardson.
I don't think that was him either. He was too small.
Desmond Mason was really good at dunking.
O'Donnell Foyle.
Oh, no, actually, I don't know. I feel like Daryl Dawkins is fucking. I
Might
was
have
just
been.
thinking people.
Yeah, dog's a little too old though.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Isaiah Ryder.
Uh,
No, I'm just saying people of the '90s. Harold Miner.
Vince Carter.
Chocolate Rain.
Now I'm in the 2010s Magic. You're never getting it.
No, I'm gonna die with this in my fucking brain.
Not Jason Richardson.
No.
Damn. Really exhausting all my dunkers right now.
Al Harrington. Not really a dunker. He could shoot.
Jesus Christ. I'm just gonna fucking shoot myself. That's what it is.
Dwayne Dedman.
Dwayne Deadman. No, not Dwayne Deadman. I love that name though. Dwayne. Sounds like fucking Dwayne
Jason
Blunt.
Max. Are you sure it's not Jason Maxiel?
I think it is.
Not Sprewell.
Kyle O'Quinn.
No, I know Kyle O'Quinn. That's my god. That's a god among men. That's fucking Knicks legend Kyle O'Quinn.
Andrew Nicholson.
I don't even know who that is.
Ivan fucking Johnson, dude.
I wanna die.
Aaron Gordon.
Yes, that's who I thought played with.
Grant
Well,
Hill.
obviously that's bad criteria because we've gone through the list and you still don't know who it is.
All right, man. We should just give up. Let's just give up.
That's such a fucking blue balls, dude.
You'll find it later.
I will. I'm gonna run into a fucking. It's gonna be a TikTok fucking video I'm gonna watch later on. It's like this fucking guy right here.
He's a tall, jacked, bald, dark skin black dude who played anywhere between the 90s and the 2010s for either the Magic or.
It wasn't the Magic or the Pistons because I fucking looked at both those things, so I was wrong regardless. If we
So
put it,
give us a little bit more criteria because that could be a lot of people still.
that's all I have in my brain. I just remember the highlights of him just fucking dunking on people.
If you
What was
ask
it?
that, you could ask that exact prompt in ChatGPT. They might serve you some answers.
They're also going to tell you, I don't know, that about 500 people in the NBA at all times, 500
Yeah,
players,
yeah.
like they all sort of fit this criteria.
Just say the criteria in your phone over and over again, like, and then your phone will just give you that on your algorithm.
Did you mean Elton Brand? No. Did you mean
Yeah,
no?
that'd be so funny if he just has it going and he's sleeping with it next to him.
Larry Johnson. That's who I was
Oh,
thinking. Fucking Larry Johnson. You can see it in your head now.
Jesus.
How I described that perfectly.
I'm surprised I
Larry
didn't say that. Man.
motherfucking Johnson.
That's the fucking payoff. Who wouldn't have even fit in the fucking thing probably.
He
No,
played
I
for the
don't.
Hornets and the New York Knicks.
It was the Hornet. That's the fucking jerseys I was thinking of that look kind of like the Pistons teals.
Also not bald.
I had that little bit of hair, right? He had like a fucking
Also not that tall, really. 6'7". He's a small power forward.
really only 6'7". I always felt like when I saw the highlights he was bigger.
He's 250 pounds, so that's probably why you think he's bigger.
He had a lot of fucking muscle on him.
Guess what his fucking nickname
Charles
is?
Barkley.
Fuck, I knew what his nickname was too. What was it?
I know.
Grandmama.
Yeah. Dude, you remember the dunk contest? He wore like a Miss Doubtfire outfit.
Hey, really?
Oh
Yeah.
shit, that is a hell of a fucking pull.
No, it's not because it wouldn't have fucking fit anywhere. We just spent 20 minutes looking for it. Larry
Well,
Johnson.
no, I'm talking about the fucking remembering him based off of the Miss Delphire fucking dunk.
Yeah.
Well, if I had fucking knew that part, then I would have just said that, and Jacob would have had it in 30 seconds.
Yeah, it would have really cut
I
through.
never knew anything about that.
I know.
Well,
I was saying like a lot of dunkers. I feel like Larry Johnson's up there.
we said every tall black fucking power forward was good in that criteria, and some that weren't good.
A lot that weren't good.
Shout out Ivan Johnson.
Hmm.
Shout out Juana, man.
Good movie.
I don't know
All
how
right.
well I don't know how well that movie stands up in today's political climate. I haven't gone back and watched it since I was like 12, so
It's a Comedy Central banger. Um,
speaking of cinemas, I watched fucking Godzilla -1.
oh, I fell asleep watching that on Saturday. I want to fucking. I'm gonna watch it after this, actually.
The cinematography in that movie was unbelievable.
A new
It
one?
looks awesome. Yeah.
I thought
I
the
like
movie was a little bit
I like
shorter.
the show is fine. Do you see that?
Monarch.
Yeah, I like that.
I like honestly the Godzilla movies are the new ones too. They're like actually fairly good movies. Like
The Godzilla and Kong universe ones are really good. I don't know if Godzilla -1 is in that universe.
it's not. I don't think.
I would say it's completely shot completely differently and doesn't feel like it's the same. But the Godzilla versus Kong ones, those ones are really good. I haven't seen any of the new ones, but I
The
remember like after Kong Skull Island, and then at the end they showed Godzilla or like the painting of Godzilla on the wall, and I was like, oh yeah, we lit.
Yeah, and then the newest one just came out. I heard it wasn't that good, and it looks like they're kind of running out of like a story that's compelling.
There's so much
Like
you can do with fucking these two behemoths fighting.
King Kong's got, or like Godzilla's got like a fucking like Thanos glove
I
or
think
some
King
shit.
Kong has.
Somebody has. I don't see.
No,
We're getting
I think
lost in the sauce.
they gave it to King Kong because it's like otherwise it just doesn't make sense. I think they just have to give him a bunch of Iron Man tools for him to make sense for him to win. Because
Yeah,
if you ever look at the actual like, it's almost like Mavs versus Celtics, Godzilla's versus King Kong. You look at the matchup and you're like, no, this
One's a
guy's
gigantic radioactive nuclear lizard, and the
it
other
shoots
one's just like a
fucking
big ape.
lasers out of his fucking mouth and shit
One
like that.
one of them's just if an ape was huge, the other one can scream fire.
And like in the new one, he fucking regenerates and shit.
Yeah.
It's the first one with Aaron Taylor Johnson's really good. I like that one a lot. And then the second one where it takes place in Boston, it's slightly worse, but I like it.
I didn't see
And
that.
then the last one where it's like they go to the Hollow Earth, it's all right. And now I heard the new one sucks. But
I
Oh
heard,
yeah.
isn't a guy from Atlanta in it, Paperboy?
yeah,
And also Millie Bobby Brown. I just remember
yeah,
seeing like the cast was pretty nuts.
the cast is good. Um, Coach Taylor or whatever from Friday Night Lights to show.
I gotta go back and watch all these now. That sounds like such a good time.
You should try the show too if you like that stuff.
What's it on?
Yep, it has Kurt Russell in it, right?
Yeah. I think it was on Apple.
Wow, that's the one thing I don't fucking have.
I
Or
haven't. I'll
HBO.
watch it. There's also a new Jake Gyllenhaal show that looks pretty good coming out on Apple. I'm reading Into the Wild.
Oh, you're reading that again?
No, I've never read it before. I've never seen the movie. I heard it's really good, and I breezed through the first 30 pages.
I read that book at some point in school.
Maybe.
It was pretty good. Or maybe I might be thinking of Hatchet.
I think you are thinking Hatchet because
I think
this is a real.
it's the
This
same
is like a
fucking
really like kind of dark story. Not dark, but
the same fucking thing, anyways. They both go in the woods and die.
sort of. I mean, sort of.
Like,
So like, yeah, he got a lot of like the guy who wrote Hatchet, the guy who wrote oh fuck, what is the other famous one?
Gone with the Wind.
No, it's about going into like the wilderness, the wild. It's like named Silver Fang or something. I don't know, fucking know.
Talk about like a
Anyways,
bad one because without with no the one that's like has the bear on the cover of the book is like a happy one, like the Appalachian Trail one.
might be,
But
but this is like this guy was like it's a real story. This kid was just like a really rich kid from DC, and he just like he had a ton of money. He donated like $24,000 and just hid from his family and went all the way up to Alaska, and he died.
yeah,
Just
he
like
went out and like got hurt when he was out there and like fucking just starved to death.
yeah, he weighed 60. His remains weighed 67 pounds. He had been dead for like 2 weeks before they
That's
found
all.
him.
You know?
But so he must have been like under 100 pounds before he died, which is fucking horrible. He was so fucking decayed they couldn't tell how he died.
Yeah, I thought they said he broke his leg. Wasn't that it?
I haven't got there yet, but they said just from the blurb, it's like he was so decayed they couldn't tell what the exact cause of death was. But grand total, he weighed 67 pounds. So I'm assuming that he couldn't do something. Like I don't think he had any broken bones, or that they could tell. And yeah, he wrote on a wall. He's like, "I'm injured. I can't do anything. Please help. This is not a joke." And then
Yeah, he also like wrote something like, "Hey, like if you find this, I'm looking for food right now.
Mhm,
I need
yep,
help. I need help. Just please wait for me to come back."
yep, that's exactly it. He wrote that on the wall of the bus or the door of the bus.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I'm reading it now. It's really good. The movie was really good too. I heard, which I'll have to watch after I finish reading.
had that one handsome kid in it.
Yeah, he is handsome. But
Can't
so according to the record, so was like this McCandles guy.
What a fucking wild way to die,
I get it though. Part of me wants to just like pack up everything I own and just fucking drive west.
brother. You have no idea. You have no fucking idea.
Just me and my cat. Kim can tell me she wants to.
That'd be a movie.
That would be a fucking movie.
I tell you what, I'm not gonna go into no wilderness like a psychopath. I'm just gonna drive out west and be like, all right, well that was cool, and just turn back around, come back home.
Sleep in a Walmart parking lot in your
Yeah.
car.
Yep. Speaking of, if you like a movie that's sort of like that, watch that movie Civil War when it comes out. It's really
Jesse
fucking.
Plemons. Was it good?
Oh
The
yeah.
fucking the trails look like shit. The trails look like
No,
every
it's awesome.
I'm just saying the trailer. I'm not saying the movie actually was bad, but the trailer just made it look like every other fucking stupid little war movie, dumb shit.
So this one they actually use like actual guns. And obviously they didn't shoot anybody for real, but like
How
this
it's
is
all
actually what guns sound like, and it's fucking loud and it's scary. Um, it's also just really well acted. Nick Offerman plays the president.
fuck yeah.
He's not a good one, obviously. Yes, there's a civil war that breaks out, but
Is he a gay
uh,
president?
is he gay?
Yeah,
No,
is he a gay president? Oh, that's not as much fun.
he has a wife, I believe.
In the closet. Okay, now we know.
Nothing wrong with being gay, Steve. I don't know why you're taking
I
that
was just
stance on
asking
it.
you last time you played a really main character, he was gay. So I don't know.
He was
Very gay.
in the Last of Us.
Hmm.
Also a good show that's coming. I think that's coming back this year.
It's wild how desensitized to guns like we are as a country. I was just thinking that the other day. Like I went to a way station, like out in Georgetown or whatever, on the way up to fucking New Hampshire.
Mhm.
And fucking, there's like five DOT officers and stadies and everything like that, full armored vests, all got guns on them, and it's just like, oh, okay, this is just normal. It's like, dude, you guys are weighing trucks. What the fuck do you need all these guns for? You're just trying to give out tickets for fucking overweight trucks and shit. Like, it's fucking wild.
Well, Steve, this country was founded by criminals who were legitimately waging a war against the most powerful empire, so they needed guns. So that's why it's like prominently written into the founding documents that guns are important.
Counter,
Now, whether that is still relevant today is a completely different argument, but I'm just saying it's this country was like it was one with guns. It was like cemented as the number one superpower with guns.
Counterpoint. Australia was also founded by criminals, and they don't have a gun problem.
It was also founded like well before the United States, or no, maybe not. Maybe
Definitely
not.
after, because the British sent over the criminals.
Also, tell that to the Aborigines.
Yeah, well, you know what? Now they don't have a gun problem now.
Well, yeah, because they're smart with their gun reform in the '90s. They had like one bad shooting, and they're like,
That's
nope,
what I'm
that's
saying.
it.
That's what I'm saying. As a country, we're failing doing that.
With that, I agree.
Are we gonna do a July 11th pod?
What's that?
That's the day that maybe it was June 11th.
You talking
No,
about
it's July
Juneteenth?
11th. July 11th. That's that's the day that Trump gets fucking that he gets sentenced. I'll go buy a fucking Paul Pierce jersey just so I can have 34 on my chest for that shit.
That's actually pretty funny.
Somebody tweeted 7-Eleven should do the ultimate, and because obviously it's slushy day, 'cause it's July 11th to 7-Eleven.
Hmm.
So they do the whole slushy shit, and they said they should sell orange slushies for 34 cents for the day.
Nice.
That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, shout out to our country.
Well, that's real dour. I don't know. Fuck that. This probably is all getting cut out. This is not a good way to end a basketball pod.
We spent fucking
Because
20
now I
minutes.
feel fucking depressed, Steve.
We spent 20 minutes looking for Larry fucking Johnson because I'm a fucking meatball and I thought he played with Grant Hill. Like,
Mm. All right. Well,
that's
we'll end
another
it here.
Jacob, I'm gonna miss you tomorrow.
Yeah, we actually are gonna miss you because we don't have enough people to like fill the team. So
Yeah,
Probably get drop-ins. It seems like they're pretty good about that.
well, fucking kid last week fucking popped the drop-ins off.
and they didn't
Yeah.
need one.
We could have used a couple more fucking
Yeah,
drops. I would have enjoyed to have a little bit more time on the bench.
I know. I was like, what? I don't want just we could because they got to drop in because they they had like 9 and added one more to get 10.
Yeah, then fucking like we're over here trying to argue about who's getting the fucking break. Like, we got one sub coming in, and it's like, all right, well, fucking, we got two guys that want to come off the court. Who the fuck's coming off? It's like six.
I mean, I thought we handled it well, despite that. Like, just asking who needs a breather.
I mean, we were also fucking being complete dickheads to a team that was not very good.
I don't care. We still won.
We should not have had to play fucking zone for a whole fucking game to beat a
We're
team.
gonna be playing it next week too.
I want to fucking play zone. It's so cheap because they don't call 3 seconds on the defense, so I could just stand in the fucking paint and just sit there. It's so fucking dumb.
Do you want to fucking win or do you want to get blown out by 40 again?
Bro, if we try and run a zone against any of these teams that beat us, we're gonna get blown up by 40 because they can all shoot.
Well, we're gonna
Okay.
find out because we're playing a team tomorrow that's undefeated again.
You know, every fucking team in the league is undefeated except for fucking us and one other team.
The first team that beat us is the same record as us. The team we beat has the worst record in the league, and I think there's one other team that stinks. Every other team is like,
You know,
unreal.
one fucking team played together for 5 years, dude. Like, what the fuck? How the fuck you supposed to compete with a team that's been playing together for 5 fucking years?
You play zone and you run out the clock with 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
That team had 90 last game. They're not gonna have the zone's not gonna bother them at all.
Well, we're gonna find out, Steve. That's what they call it, playing basketball.
Yeah.
You're getting force fed so much tomorrow. I'm just letting you know. I don't care how much that fucking kid barks at me. I'm throwing you the fucking ball every time. I want to see you get 20.
I would like to get some shots up. That would be nice. I'm just a glorified screen setter and defender. That's
It's
all I am, which is fine. Listen, if we win, I don't care. But it's like, you know, maybe occasionally dish it to me as I roll to the hoop, naked.
I'm gonna hit you a couple times on that. Just make sure when I cut through the fucking lane with the ball, you just keep following me. Because there's gonna be a big fucking gap in the middle of the paint when I go through with the ball because everybody follows me every time.
I learned a TikTok dirty trick. It's not really dirty, but I'm just gonna seal the guy, or like I'm just gonna do like a Gortat screen.
Yeah, you screen, you roll down, and then you pretend like you're trying to get the fucking ball, but really you're just holding them off. Like Daniel,
Yeah, and then you can just go around me and like, lay it in.
yeah, like Daniel Tice used to do.
Yeah, that's a nice little dirty trick. I'm looking to do at least 4 of those, get some easy buckets.
Get your screen assist game up, get your teammate grade up like 2K.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right, well,
I'm up in 8 hours to go back to work, so
I'm gonna go watch fucking monkey movies.
no, you're not. You're gonna watch Godzilla first.
Oh yeah, true. Lizard movies.
You watching the dubbed one or you watching the one in Japanese?
It's a good question. I don't know. I was so drunk on Saturday, I don't really remember. I remember like the first scene being like, "Holy shit, Godzilla's already here!" Like fucking shit up. But I don't remember if it was dubbed or not.
You can watch the English dubbed one or you can watch the Japanese one with the subtitles. I watched the Japanese one. The English one just looks goofy.
Yeah, subtitles don't bother me. The dub bothers me more than.
Yeah, I'm looking at the mouth going like that doesn't fucking fit. It just reminded me of cheesy ass 70s Godzilla movies. Which shout out to them for using the same Godzilla body though. Like did you notice that they used the fucking fat belly one like from like the
Fat
70s?
Godzilla. No,
Yeah, he's got
like
the
I
big
said, I was
goofy
obliterated.
fucking front butt, and he's got the fucking thick thighs and everything like that, and he's got the stubby nose, like it's looking like fucking old school 70s fucking Godzilla.
Thick
I kinda
guys save lives.
Made that boy thick.
All right, enough.
Yeah. Time to go. Love you guys. I'll miss you, Jacob.
Miss you too.
Aaron, happy birthday.
Yes, I will.
And
Good luck with the game.
also go get yourself in on that fucking Walking Dead. See if you can get eaten too.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm
Yes,
gonna actually
yeah,
burn
that's
through
for
it
sure.
all just so I can see your girlfriend as an extra. Be like, hey, I know
Hey,
a
I know
famous
her.
person. Yeah. All right,
All right,
bye.
peace.
Bye.